I billed a mid-sized law firm $6,500 last month for a job that took me exactly 4 hours of actual work. Most people are still chasing $50 AI content gigs on Upwork while ignoring a massive legal iceberg hitting every business owner in the country right now. Website accessibility is no longer optional, thanks to new updates in the Americans with Disabilities Act and similar regulations globally. If a website isn't fully navigable by someone using a screen reader or a keyboard, that business is a sitting duck for a $20,000 lawsuit. The gold rush isn't in making AI art, it's in using AI to shield businesses from these legal predators. Here is the reality that the self-proclaimed AI gurus won't tell you. Most businesses think they are safe because they pay $500 a year for an accessibility overlay. You have seen them, those little blue icons in the corner of a site that supposedly fix everything. They are a scam. In fact, these overlays are now being cited in lawsuits as proof that the business knew they had an issue but chose a cheap, ineffective fix instead of actually repairing their code. This is where you come in with a real solution powered by large language models and vision AI to do the work that used to require a $100 an hour developer. Most people trying to make money with AI do it wrong by selling things nobody actually needs. You are trying to sell efficiency or better writing. Business owners do not care about efficiency until they are profitable, and they do not care about better writing until their current writing fails. But they do care about not getting sued. They care about compliance. When you lead with a risk assessment that shows them exactly how they are breaking the law, the sale is already 90% done. The method I'm talking about is AI-powered accessibility auditing and remediation. You are going to use AI to find the holes in their website and then use AI to write the specific code blocks to fix them. You aren't just giving them a report, you are giving them the cure. This is a high-ticket B2B service that requires no inventory, no massive overhead, and no specialized degree. Step 1 is finding your targets. You aren't looking for tech startups, they usually have this handled. You are looking for high-revenue, low-tech businesses. Think law firms, dental groups, construction companies, and local manufacturing plants. These businesses have high revenue, but websites that haven't been updated since 2018. Use a tool like Wappalyzer to see what their site is built on. If it's a clunky WordPress or an old custom build, they are your prime target. Step 2 is the Shadow Audit. Do not call them and ask for a meeting. Run a scan first. Use a free tool like the Axe DevTools browser extension or a Python script using the Axe core library. This gives you a list of every violation on their homepage. But do not just send a technical spreadsheet. That's what a developer does. You are a consultant. Take those results and feed them into an LLM, like Claude 3.5 Sonnet or GPT-4o. Give it a specific prompt. I have a list of WCAG 2.1 accessibility violations for a local law firm. Translate these technical errors into a risk report for a non-technical business owner. Highlight the potential legal costs and how these errors prevent actual users from accessing their services. Now you have a professional, terrifying, and highly valuable PDF. You send this to the owner with a subject line that gets opened: Urgent Legal Compliance Risk for Your Business Website. Inside, you tell them you ran a courtesy scan, found critical vulnerabilities that leave them open to ADA lawsuits, and you have the technical fixes ready to go. You aren't asking for a job, you are offering a rescue. Step 3 is the remediation. This is where the AI does the heavy lifting. A common accessibility error is missing alt text for images. Screen readers cannot tell a blind user what an image is if the code just says image004.jpg. Manual coding for 500 images would take days. Instead, you use a vision AI model. You feed the website's image URLs into a script, or even just use a tool like Zapier to send the images to GPT-4o and ask it to write descriptive, SEO-friendly alt text for every single one. You then provide this list to the client to upload, or if you are using a CMS like WordPress, you use a plugin to bulk import the AI-generated descriptions. Another common issue is keyboard navigation and ARIA labels. This is where code gets messy. Most people have no idea how to write ARIA labels. You do. You take the problematic HTML snippet, drop it into your LLM, and say, rewrite this navigation menu to be fully WCAG 2.2 compliant with proper ARIA roles and keyboard focus states. The AI spits out the perfect code. You do not even need to be a senior developer. You just need to know where to paste the output. The proof is in the pricing. I do not charge hourly. Hourly is for employees.
I charge per audit and per remediation. A standard audit for a 20-page site is $1,500. The remediation, actually fixing the code, starts at $3,000 and goes up based on the complexity. If they have an e-commerce store with 1,000 products, that's a $10,000 job. And because you are using AI to generate the alt text and the code fixes, your cost of goods sold is essentially your $20 a month AI subscription and your time. But here's the real moneymaker, the maintenance retainer. Websites change. Clients add new blog posts, new images, and new pages. Every time they add something, they risk falling out of compliance. You sell them a compliance shield for $300 to $500 a month. In exchange, you run an automated AI scan once a month and fix any new errors that popped up. This is pure recurring revenue. 10 clients on a $500 retainer is $5,000 a month for what is essentially an automated workflow. I see people all the time trying to start AI agencies that do everything. That's a recipe for failure. You become a commodity. But when you are the accessibility specialist, you are a necessity. You are an insurance policy. It is much easier to sell a $5,000 solution to a $20,000 problem than it is to sell a $500 solution to a maybe this will help problem. I have tracked the numbers on this. Out of every 50 businesses I audit, at least 45 have critical failures. The market is practically infinite because every time a new version of the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines is released, the clock resets and every business is out of compliance again. We just moved to version 2.2, which means even the businesses that fixed their sites 2 years ago are now technically at risk. If you want to start this today, don't go build a website, don't go buy a logo. Go to Google Maps, search for personal injury lawyer in a city 3 states away, and start running scans on the first 10 results. I guarantee at least 8 of them will fail. Use the AI to generate those risk reports. Send 10 emails. If you get 1 response, that's a potential $3,000 to $5,000 project. The tools are there. The legal pressure is there. The only thing missing is you actually doing the work instead of watching another top 10 tools video that lists the same 3 chatbots everyone already knows about. Stop looking for the magic button that prints money and start looking for the expensive problems that AI can solve in a fraction of the time it used to take. Website compliance is one of those problems. It isn't sexy, it isn't fun, but it pays better than almost any other AI side hustle I have seen this year. The AI Income Lab isn't about finding ways to avoid work. It is about using tools to make your work worth 10 times more. If you can't see the value in a $6,000 invoice for a few hours of AI-assisted coding, you are in the wrong place. But if you are ready to actually build a service that businesses are legally forced to care about, then get off this video and go run your first audit. The data is clear, the demand is surging, and the AI is ready. The question is whether you are going to be the one sending the invoice or the one getting sued because you didn't pay attention. Stop overcomplicating the tech. You don't need to be a Python expert to run an accessibility script. You don't need a PhD in machine learning to prompt an LLM for ARIA labels. You just need the backbone to reach out to a business owner and tell them their house is on fire, and then show them the extinguisher you have in your hand. Most of your competition is too lazy to do the outbound. They are waiting for clients to find them on Fiverr. Don't be them. Go where the money is. And right now, the money is in corporate compliance and risk mitigation. I'm telling you this because I have seen the shift. The AI hype is dying, and AI utility is taking over. The people making real money are the ones integrating AI into boring, necessary business processes. This is as boring as it gets, and that is why it is so profitable. No one else is doing it. Go get your first client.